Good morning, country lady. And my friend, confidant, and executive staff member, Joro, is in the chat with a headache, which is crap. I've had a lovely morning. I've been up since 3 a.m. And when I went to make the coffee, my wife left the craft out of her coffee pot, and I turned the coffee pot on in the dark. And it's a dual Keurig, and the basket that holds the filter caught most of the water, so it didn't make a terrible mess, but it was bad enough. Yeah, it was not the start to the day that I was wanting. So, yeah, it's been fun already, to say the least. But I am back in Ship Graveyard. I am playing the Warships DLC. The ship I'm on is called the Fuso. And we're knocking the stuffings out of it as fast as we can. It ain't good. I just hope it ain't the flu. Anything a man has is the man flu anyway. I mean, you know. Or at least ways. That's what it seems like. I am going to jump down, go get the truck, move it back here, chuck these crates into it because I'm working from back to front. Oh, that was a lovely throw. Yeah, Joro, the way you described that when you told me about it was what my mother would have called a sick headache. Started off with a bad paper cut, an error on a report I had to fix, and then I spilled water all down the front of my shirt. I hope your day goes better. Oh, yeah, you're lovely. When I was working for the state of South Carolina, I walked in and had 3 things in my hand one morning, and I went to grab my badge to badge into the door where my office was at, and I spilt a cup of coffee all down the front of a white shirt. It was just, and it was stained, and there was nothing I could do. It was just awful. As I remember, I went home for lunch and changed, but it wasn't any fun. Thank the Lord I can laugh about it now, you know. Yep, Mom knows best. Yeah. My mother was beset with those kind of headaches, and she used to do something that I thought was very strange. She used to take Bengay and rub it in her temples, and I thought, good grief, you're tough as nails, woman. I mean, Bengay around your eyes, that's evil. I have to admit, when I have headaches like that, I do it. Does it help? You bet your butt it does. Is it something to wrap your head around? Yeah. However, I got to say that I can't say that I lied. I misappropriated a bit. I don't use Bengay. I use Icy Hot. But still, same effect. And it is my quest to get the back end off of this ship before 9:30. Why? Oh, I don't know. Just seemed like the thing to do. Good morning, Darlene. Uh, Icy is busy this morning, and Joro is in the throes of a headache. And it's just me on this big ship. Get a better job. Good morning, all. Good morning, Mayhem. How are you, sir? I got a better job. I'm retired. Earlier than I wanted to be, but it worked out. I'm not unhappy with it. Good Lord. I've got to say, having been in the military, that when we sent our stuff out, I need to win the lottery so I can retire. The problem with that for me is you got to play the lottery first, and I don't play the stuff. I've got a ticket sitting on my kitchen table right now. Somebody sent me, the realtor that we helped us buy this house, sends lottery tickets for every birthday. I've got $3 sitting on the table in that lottery ticket. I live around the corner from a place that I could cash it in, and I haven't done it yet. Ammo box, chest. I'm just helping in spirit form with the noise turned down. Well, that means I could talk bad about Joro, and he wouldn't know. No, I wouldn't do that. I am respectful of the whole headache thing. I've had enough of them to choke a flippin' horse. Electricity. Bad, bad. I'm not going to be able to get the back off of this ship. There's too much hanging onto the back of it. Well, might as well just walk through this one and pick a bunch of stuff up. And oh, Lord. Speaking of picking stuff up, you're carrying too much. Oh, damn, did not mean to do that. I need to tell Joro, and I'll probably type it to him. He sings a song about the Leeds Town Hall with a notable figure from World War II that I won't mention here. That song is stuck in my head, and it's his fault. I actually just need to be retired for like 6 months to a year. That would give me enough time to get stuff done around my house that I need to do. I'm afraid I would get bored. The boredom is a thing, but I found, stuff to do. But you're not wrong. Boredom is a thing. You do need a hobby or something. Or you need a Joro and an Icy in your life. I mean, I credit them with keeping me sane as of recent. And that's a big ask, because I'm not sure that I have a good grip on things some days. You're still listening. Ah. By the way, thank you guys for putting up with me. I know I'm not a great gamer. I don't know that I've been great at anything I've ever done. So, I'm decidedly average. And you guys keep coming back and watching. I think y'all are deficient, defective, touched. Well, I did not mean to come down here, but I did. How the heck do you go back up? You're doing great. Oh, there are days I don't know. There are days I don't quite know. I don't know, Darlene, whether you were here when I told my story about making coffee this morning. My wife and I screwed it up together. She didn't put the craft in the coffee pot, but had the coffee and water loaded, and I turned the coffee on in the dark and didn't notice the craft wasn't there. Made a fair mess. It was not good. And I told my wife, I said, I hate to tell you your coffee's going to be late. We screwed that up. And she was about half asleep. She went, huh? Yeah. I will give her all the credit in the world. She got up and helped me. During COVID, we worked every other day for a month and a half, and my house was clean. I was going stir crazy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, during COVID, I worked at a hospital, and I was a contractor, and there was no, going to work. When they thought I might have had COVID, I spent a week at home until I tested negative, and I still got paid for it, so it wasn't terrible, but I was sleeping in the guest bedroom in my house, and me and my wife weren't, didn't go 6 foot close to one another. Hey, you're doing great. Wouldn't be here if you didn't enjoy the streams. Well, and I would hope that that's the case. I have often been told that I'm a mess, and I know I'm disorganized, and I get stuff going on in my brain, and I know I drive poor Icy and Joro about nuts. I'll be off doing something in my own little world, and they'll go, "No, don't do that." And they keep telling me, "Yeah, you're our friend. We'll put up with you." So I'm grateful for their friendship. I'm here because he pays me. Shh! Don't tell everybody that. They'll be wanting a check, or as Bugs Bunny would say, a tetch. Oh, missed that one. Come on, hit that rivet, idiot. All the way to the ground. Yay! Joro, you yourself have said that I'm tight ass with money. You should know that that's not the case. I have often said I'm so tight I squeak when I walk. Should have moved the truck over just a tiny bit more. See, Joro is not even in chat, and he's got the chatters laughing. Two more up there. And I'm carrying too much yet again. We forced a pay raise out of him and got a stale crust of bread and a half a cup of water. And $1.50 a month. He tried to go to $1.75, and Icy's been trying to get real butter out of him when we work on his shifts. I said no. I looked at my wife this morning after the coffee fiasco, and I said, well, we screwed that up good together. And she said, yes, we did. And I saw a little bit of coffee running down one of the, grout lines in the tile. And I was getting ready to bend over, and she said, no, I'll do that. She said, your back is, my back's terrible, and she knows it. She said, that'd keep you from bending your back. I said 25 years ago, I said I do. I said, if I won't bend my back for nobody else, you're it. Oh, boy, when that game auto saves, man, it'll make you glitch like crazy. I did offer an ounce of margarine a month. Yeah, you did, but who wants margarine? Heck. If I can't have butter, it ain't worth eating. And butter is real dairy, and my wife has osteoporosis, and we don't have margarine in our house. Uh-oh, I think I got a rivet there. Nope. Nope. I'm going to have to get down there and clean everything up, knock a few walls down. Because if I don't, the game will start lagging to beat heck. That is the one thing I dislike about this game. If you've got multiple players in it and you let a lot of waste go crashing against the ground, it will act up. An ounce of margarine. You are so generous, Joro. So generous. It was better than the axle grease she used to keep. Yeah, trust me. I was a mechanic for almost 16 years. I've ate axle grease. It ain't good. Wasn't like I was trying to eat axle grease, but you get that dirty working on diesels every day, you're going to ingest a bit of it. Sad but true. Now, do I have... Yes, I do. Where in the heck? How am I going to hit that rivet? See, John, such a benevolent boss, offered us axle grease instead of butter. All right, leave that be. Go to pick up stuff. Good grief, it's only 10 after 8. Holy buckets, I thought it was later than that. Come on. Your fresh churned butter, fresh cow's milk. Yes, and it's wonderful. If no one has looked in my Discord this morning, I have 2 adult awards in there. And I gotta say, sometimes it's the small things that make a difference. It's so much better than the processed crap we buy in the grocery store. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of processed foods anymore. IBS has pretty much stopped that. I'm sensitive to, every chemical known to man. And before I came to Texas, I had never had Whataburger. And if you have a Whataburger around, They're starting to franchise out past Texas. I got to admit, them people make a good burger. I was a Five Guys person before I moved here, and I've got a free burger at Whataburger that I might have to go and get, because it's a double-decker cheeseburger with queso on it. It's not going to help my waistline none, but I'm going to crack a religious joke, and if I offend anybody, I'm sorry. I'm Baptist. We like to eat. Have one about an hour away, but we have never tried it. I think they've got good burgers. We also have an In-N-Out burger here, and people from California were telling us that In-N-Outs were so good. And we went and had one, and we weren't impressed. It was mediocre at best. It's great seeing the man's perspective of the game for once. Are you sure? Quite frankly, I just have a goal to get the tail end off of this thing before 9:30. Why? No reason. Honey barbecued chicken strip sandwich. Yum. I don't do honey mustard, honey barbecue. I don't do none of it. Regular old barbecue. I have a taste for Memphis barbecue. The Dollar Tree used to sell Memphis barbecue seasoning, and I started buying it in pretty fair quantities because it was cheap and it's really good, and I can't find it anymore, and they don't sell it anymore. I'm down to my last 2 cans. Oh, I missed one. Shiitake. Nice to see how I managed to fall to my death so often. I would love to get away from eating so much processed food. My schedule makes it hard to do. Very much so. When you're working, that's tough. I used to go to a little bar, food place, however you want to say it, about a block away from where I worked in South Carolina, called the Carolina Ale House. I used to eat there every day. Every Friday, they had really good macaroni and cheese on the menu, and I used to treat myself Fridays for lunch. Do I miss it? Yes, I do. And I don't eat a lot of carbs, but macaroni and cheese is the one thing I have in my freezer. If I feel like I need to add carbs to my diet, that's it. Bread, though. Whew, I am a pizza lover from way back, and brand of foods called Real Good Foods used to have a pepperoni pizza with a chicken breast, flattened chicken breast for a crust. I used to buy them by the handful, and they've stopped making them, and I'm heartbroken. Haven't had a pizza since they ran out of those. And I like pizza a whole bunch. Oh, I didn't see that in the sunlight there. You tricked me. Yeah, when you're working, it's hard to get away from processed foods. It really, really is. Or it was for me now. I can't speak for everybody. Darlene, I want you to know, you tickled me the other morning pretty good when you told me and Joro and Icy that we reminded you of your kids and that you might have to come separate us. And we were reflecting upon that one day, playing a game offline, and said, I'm not sure I'd want to mess with her. She drove a school bus. Yeah, made me chuckle. Come on, save. There we go. Oh, I'm carrying too much. I wanted you to know that you made an impact on all three of us. Not that we'll ever act any better, but oh, Snickle Fritz. And speaking of Snickle Fritz, this was going to be my morning to try to do something with Amp. And she said she has not been feeling really great. So she said, I don't know what I'll do or what I'll feel like. And I said, I can find something to stream. Good morning, Big Dave. Hope your movie went well last night. Come on. How are things in the frozen north, Dave? However, I could also ask my son that. He lives farther north than you do. Good old war classic, Platoon. Yes, that is a good movie. Still frozen. Okay. That's good to know. The first time I moved to Texas as a kid, it was when my dad was in the military and we lived in Minot, North Dakota. There's a huge bomber base there. And there's a saying in the Air Force, why not Minot? Freezing's the reason. That place is vicious. Wind blowing on the planes, nothing to stop it. You know, all kinds of fun stuff. And when we moved from Minot, we moved to Perrin Field in Sherman, Texas, which is way up north, almost on the Oklahoma border. And my dad said we were moving to Texas. Thought I loved it here as a kid. I didn't want to move when we moved. However, funny enough, at that place, we lived in a little town called Denison, and 3 houses down from my mom and dad's house on East Gandy Street. I was a kid, 4 or 5, and I have owned dachshunds in my adult life frequently, and there was a dachshund down the street from my mom and dad's house when first time I lived in Texas that almost killed me. Got his chain wrapped around my neck and was choking the living daylights out of me. My brother saved my life that day. Yeah, I was messing with that dog, and he got his chain wrapped around my neck. It was bad. I would love to go back and see where we used to live, because we've still got friends that live there. If Joro is still here, and he might not be, I haven't seen him post in a while. I did a torch upgrade because I thought he was going to be in here with me. I spent a heck of a lot of money on that torch, but it works so good. You really need the upgraded tools when you're working on the bigger ships, because, excuse me, it'll take you forever if you don't. I'm here just reading my new tablet instructions leaflet. I understand that. Don't want to smack that yet, but I'm gonna have to. Yes, and Joro, I said, yes, I bought a whole new torch just for you. I was thinking about you. I think that was all of them. Maybe. Oh, missed one. Nice. You could do better, though. There's only one more torch to get. That's an expensive upgrade, too. I had $3,000 when I started out on this, and Just went, the tools will help you get it done quicker. And so I went and did it. Let me see if I can go up and check. Let me get that out of my face. Oh, lovely bombs and... Make Joel use the slow one. He gets all grumpy and stuff when I make him use the slow one. But I do the same thing to him. If it's his game, so you know, I can't begrudge him too much. He shows up. He makes my streams much more interesting. I'm carrying too much. Blast it. You found the magazine. Time for some fun. Nope. And this is just the first one. I imagine this ship's going to take me a while. However, let's go down and pick up our mess and be a little more tidy. Try to be better. As I've said time and time again, no one ever accused me of being well organized and squared away. Oh. Y'all are sitting there watching this going, dummy, you've got too much in your hand. It's flashing on the screen. Do you? I get the feeling that I'm going to have to knock a wall down to get in there and clean all that junk out, or I'm going to have to jump over there. Let's jump. Oh, I know it's just bad. Trust me, I get enough headaches to choke a horse. And most of them are because of my arthritis. And welcome back, country lady. And I understand that whole headache thing. I wish to the world that I didn't. Wish I could be young and dumb. Oh, come on. Let's get that and that and that. And I'll come in here with the saw in a bit. No. powder store. Now there's real fun. In what way, if I may ask? Light a match. Well, yeah, I know in real life what you could do with the powder store. Shells make a crater. Powder store is explosive. Yeah, but how would you do it in game, I guess, is what I'm asking. And I know that you know how things go boom because you were EOD, Dave. Use the torch. Use the torch for science. No, no, no. I don't feel like blowing myself up today. No. Okay, I get it. I was beginning to think I hadn't had enough coffee and it just wasn't coming to me. I didn't know the game would do that. I know the gas lines and stuff in the game will do that, but nah, remote explosives. I almost bought a few of those, but I considered Joro was going to be here, and I didn't want him to know that I had explosives, so I didn't do it. That's the one thing in the game I haven't ever used is explosives, and I probably should. They were fairly cheap, $15 a throw. All right. Take it from the top or the bottom. I think I'm going back up to the next floor. Oh, that's lovely. I'm trying to go right out there. There we go. Knowing my luck, I'd blow something up and I'd lose one whole contract, and there we'd be. We've seen the effects, seen better fireworks. Yeah. Yeah, but with the powder magazine, that could be a big boom. It's like Marvin Martian says, where's the kaboom? Where's the earth-shattering kaboom? If I could stumble onto where the electrical switch is, that would probably make me happy. Yeah, Dave, when you set off the explosives that day when you were playing with us, it was like, I expected that to be bigger. And it didn't seem to do much. Usually if I find those doors, bulkhead doors that you can't open, I'll go and, if I can, break around them so I can go in that room, because there's usually pretty good stuff in those rooms. I know. I was sadly disappointed. In through the roof, buddy, for electrics. Yeah. Dave, I'll make you a deal. Uh, come into the chat. Come into my game because it's set up as multiplayer, I think. If it's not, it would be easy to do. I'll go buy the dynamite and we'll stand back and watch you set it off. In the name of science, of course. Well, that one was easy to find. You know, if it's a game, if I make money on it or if I don't, I'm not particularly worried. Deal. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I'm in multiplayer. I'll write the password in my Discord. Let me throw that down and run and go buy dynamite. Oh, let me get back to the chat first because things is a happening.
Good day, sir.
Good day. Okay, it's a good day, you hoser. See, tempted you with the explosive.
Namaste.
How much dynamite you think you need?
You know, it's been 25 years since I've played with explosives, but boy, you still get the itch every now and then.
Yep.
फिर मिलते हैं, my friend.
Stay healthy there, my friend. Yeah, I just bought explosives, and Dave's coming. When did you get out of the reserves or the military?
Well, my actual official separation date was 2003, but I went out of active deployments in March of 2000.
Yeah, I got out of
I literally just missed the sandbox.
I got out of the Air Force. February 1st of 2000 was my last duty day.
Yeah. Yeah, I had an inkling something was coming, but I didn't want to take part in that type of war.
I had already been there. Check and make sure you have explosives on you, because I do.
I do not.
Okay, well, I've got 4 of them, and here I have tempted you, and I don't know that I can give them to you.
Well, I think I could probably go pick a couple up.
Nobody but the host can use the services.
Oh.
So I've teased you. Darn, that's
Okay. Well,
whoa, hold it. Well,
I mean, all reality, you just need explosives on.
was that on this floor I'm on, or was it up one?
Yep, it's right here.
Oh,
Right
you're
where I'm.
you're crawling around. Well,
Yeah, I'd say one on this stack here.
Oh, there.
Oh wow, they even modeled the powder lift. It's actually pretty cool.
Did we put it on the stack, or we put it like in between them?
On the stack.
Well, it won't let me put them on the stack. It turns it red, so I'm putting it behind.
Okay. Yeah, behind.
Okay. And how do you set that off?
You get back and you right click.
Hey, country lady, what you missed was we went and got explosives. Dave came and joined me because I tempted him with a deal, and I have the explosives and he can't have them. So, and now I've set a charge in the powder magazine. Pardon?
That was disappointing. I was expecting half the ship to just
Yeah.
vaporize.
Yeah,
didn't even damage them.
Well, yeah. What a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Well, heck.
They probably knew people were going to do that, and they were like, no, we better not model this.
Oh, dear. Explosives can be dangerous. Not in this game. They're kind of a dud.
Yeah. Don't worry, Joro. I am a professional. I am a trained
I am a trained professional. Step away from the keyboard, man. I'm a trained professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, toys only. Was but a scratch.
Yeah. I actually hadn't really needed to use the explosives until last night on that Iowa that I've been working on. They had a bolt underneath two indestructible bulkheads that you just can't hammer.
I saw somebody. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say it was blocking me from splitting open the ship.
I saw.
I finally had to use the explosives last night.
Are you sure those are explosives and not firecrackers? I think they're firecrackers.
Yeah.
I saw somebody do the Kursk submarine.
Yep.
That thing is huge.
Yeah. I mean, I did the Japanese one first, the I-400.
Yeah.
And I thought it was big, and then I started on this Iowa, and it's just been like 6 days. There's six different sessions so far.
Yeah, Joro was having a ship that I was helping him with that he said he'd been on it 6 days. It was one of the cruise liners or giants.
Yep.
I can't remember. It was huge. What I was attempting to do, Dave, was get the rear end off the ship before 9:30.
Yep. Think we can do that?
That was my goal now.
I'm assuming we're at the stern.
Yes. And when I saw how much was involved and how many walls were attached, I went, I don't think I'm going to make it because there's this whole wall and a bunch of welded rivets and oof.
Yep.
It might
You
be
did see that power switch. Good.
yeah, it might be a tall ask. I will say something, though. I saw somebody on another YouTube video that he was taking the explosives and opening up those bulkhead doors that won't open.
Yep.
And that now I knock the stuff down around it because those rooms usually have some pretty good stuff in them.
They do, yeah.
Let me go.
Yeah, I find it's easier to just take the bolts out on the surrounding walls.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, come on. Oh, you pain in the butt. Why are you being like this to me? I want up on the next level.
But yeah, last night when you messaged, I was just started the movie up, and I was like, "Oh, I haven't watched this in so long. I could disappoint Johnny."
Nah, that's fine. That. Hey, I realize that there are others that were. At least Dave has a proper blowtorch. He gave to me an icy. A candle. No, not a candle. Let me see if I can torch some more of this out. I gotta admit, this torch is the bomb.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, I'm too blow at my single player game, so.
We were playing Escape Simulator yesterday. Oh my.
Yeah, that looked interesting.
It was interesting, but it was hard. I mean, it was a heck of a lot of fun, though. Very nice game.
If you've ever done escape rooms or anything like that, they're generally not easy.
Yeah, my puzzle brain is not good and never has been.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna have to knock down a few walls. My brain still hurts from it. Joro, you always tell me you have half a brain cell. So don't go saying that you have a brain when we all know it's just a cell. Oh, I missed rivets. That may be why Joro has a headache. Used too much of it in yesterday's stream. Yeah, well, it's a possibility. And I admit that I cheated on that only because I didn't want to leave everybody in chat hanging, and I wanted to get finished before 9:30. Yeah. I mean, I probably shouldn't have done it that way, but here we are.
I need this hammer in my game.
You need this hammer or you hate it?
I need this hammer. I'm on a tier 3 hammer doing the Iowa.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. You poor bastard. Wow. That's bad. Whoa, I just jumped off the back. Hey, Dave.
Hey.
Well, yeah. Take a trip, never leave the farm. Yeah, I was backing up to get a better shot on a rivet and walked right off the edge. Hint, he cheats at every game. No, I don't. Somebody who shall remain nameless uses mods on their games sometimes. So, what gets me about this game, I worked in welding supplies before I went in the military.
Yep.
And that they don't have the torch, the end of the torch, be where the hitbox is at for that torch. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, I'm just happy at least the fact they got the flame right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that. Oh my God, and they make me use them. No, we don't. It was one day we were playing something that we were all starving except for him. I've got my mods turned on so I wouldn't starve so much. And we're out there choking down food every 5 minutes. I wanted to kill you. Oh, come on, that piece of floor. I hope that this will let this go. Yes. Woohoo! This item is in position 1. Aha. Okay, somebody I haven't seen this morning is Shaman, and I know she's been keeping some strange hours as of late. So I hope she's all right.
Yeah. Well, and Amp just canceled her stream this morning.
Yeah, we were going to try to do something together, and she told me last night, she said, I'm not feeling good, and I haven't been feeling good for a couple of days, and, you know, I'm not going to commit. And I said, I can find something to stream. And it did, too.
Well, my rubber mats finally came in, so hopefully I'll be flying soon.
Your rubber mats.
Yeah, I went to do a flight the other day. I fired up Flight Sim, and I was just going to take a Cessna out and do some pattern work, and put my rudder pedals down on the floor in front of me, and put my feet on the rudder pedals, go to press the toe brakes, and all of a sudden I'm like, where's my rudder pedals?
Yeah.
Halfway across the floor.
Ah, that'll do.
So I had to go find some rubber mats to put under them, and now it's like, well, I think I'll put the whole desk under on top of a rubber mat, and so yeah.
What flight?
Just got to put those in today.
What flight sim are you flying?
I for civil aviation I do Microsoft Flight Sim 24.
Uh-huh.
For military aviation, I do DCS World.
Mm-hmm. DCS is, I've looked at it, and they've got some models that are fantastic, but the money involved is, I think I've got Flight Sim. I want to say I got 09 and 2012, and I don't have either of them installed on this computer. And I've been flying Microsoft Flight Simulator so long that the starting airport used to be Merrill J. Meigs Airport in Chicago.
Yep. Yep.
And now that's not so. That airport doesn't even exist in real life anymore.
Nope.
And Joro, I agree with you. Unrealistic food usage in games is a pain in the butt.
Yes.
I get having to eat, but all the time, ugh.
Yeah, forcing people to eat to punish your player base is not a way to do it.
I have to say, if I'd have gotten a Steam gift card this year for Christmas, I was thinking about a flight sim of some kind. I've actually flown the real F-16 simulator
Yep.
at Shaw Air Force Base and had a ball. Have often said that's the most fun I've had with my clothes on.
Yeah.
That was some of the people who programmed the F-16 simulator also wrote and participated in a game called Falcon 4. I used to fly a whole lot of Falcon 4, and since it's went out of production, and you know the user base has gotten it, I don't think it's as good. Or maybe I was flying Falcon 3. That's been a long time ago.
Yeah, the BMS, it's still actually being produced.
Mm.
And there's guys from the original development team that are working with it now. So
I was flying that when I owned a Atari ST, and for the time, Atari ST had darn near good as graphics as an Amiga and way better than an IBM of the time.
yep.
Now, let's see. I need to knock a few more rivets out here. Yeah, when I got into IBM's hot and heavy, I kept the Atari around for a while, and right before I threw it all out, I got it out and power supply and the hard drive, one of the capacitors in it went bad.
Yep.
I started it up one last time and flew it a little bit, and all of it went in the dumpster. I shouldn't have. I should have sold it, but that was at a time they were a dime a dozen, and
Yep.
I wouldn't have made no money out of it. Yeah, Joro says you eat a full deer, 20 minutes later you starving? Nah, not for me. Yeah. For as much as... Yeah, go ahead.
Punish you for the eating. I'm not a fan of that. I will, if there's a mod to remove it, I will remove it, because it's punishing your player base just to punish them. Not, on the eating side at least, is not a good mechanic to go with.
Now,
And I'm looking squarely at Raft. That is one of the worst games for it.
yeah, and I think that was the one. For as much as I'm not a big fan of 7 Days to Die, I can honestly say I think their mechanic of having food poisoning is interesting. I think it's crudely done. Let's put it that way.
It is.
But I think it's quite interesting. Dave, am I dropping stuff on your head?
Nope.
Well,
There's still at least a bulkhead between us.
If I'm not, I intended to. I mean, come on, jump up here. Get on top of something. You got to throw this crate out. I've got to say, though, I think as far as bang for your buck and replayability, this game has really the amount of money I spent on it was negligible compared to how much I've played it.
Yeah, it's a perfect game to just chill. You know, like I said last night, I just threw on Platoon and had a couple of frozen lemonades here on the desk and watched the movie, beat the bolts. Watched the movie, beat the bolts. And
I'm going to take it
Great
those
big
were
touchdown.
adult lemonades.
yes,
Ah,
I don't know if you guys have the brand down in the States, but we have Mike's Hard Lemonade.
no, we have it.
Yeah. Which as of today, I can no longer buy American alcohol.
And I understand that.
hmm Good thing I went out yesterday and bought my case of Jack Daniels.
I can't tell you how many guys I was in the military with that used to have just almost fist fights over what was better, Jack Daniels or Jim Beam. It's like, does it matter? I mean, the whole purpose, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hit 5 rivets at one time, and that hammer, all 5 of them, kaboom.
Yep.
That's crazy. Oh, when I'm carrying too much. If you think Jim Beam is better, then you don't know Jack. I never did think Jim Beam was better. When I drank, for as little as I ever drank, Jack Daniels was the drink of choice. If I was throwing hard liquor. But
See, I like my Jack Daniels when I mix it. Like if I'm doing Coke and Jack and Coke, it's Jack and Coke. But if I'm just drinking straight whiskey, then I get the. Now I don't know if you guys get this down in the States, but it's the Wayne Gretzky's estate. He does a whiskey that's finished in the wine barrels.
I haven't ever heard of it.
Yeah, and it's very smooth. So
I haven't drank anything seriously in easily 20 years.
yeah,
I used to drink socially at parties a little bit, but now I can't tell you how many times my son-in-law has offered me a drink at his house, and I had to tell him about 15 times, look, I don't drink. You know? And if I did, I'd be standing in the 4 walls of my house. Never drank any Maker's Mark. Dress. And good morning, Dress. It's good to see you here.
yeah. Good morning, Andreas.
Please tell Amp I hope she's doing okay. Dress, I have to ask, did you go buy Escape Simulator? Because I noticed after we played it, you threw about 3 hours on it. And I was like, I think he went and bought that. Boy, I like a good vodka Collins or a Mai Tai. My first wife was a fan of Kahlua and cream.
Yep.
My cousin drinks a fair amount of bourbon. Eh. Yeah, I like the puzzle aspect of it. Yeah, it was decent. I really enjoyed it. For as much as puzzles really vex me a bit, I've been back into it since yesterday's stream. Oh, come on. By the way, Dave, thank you for coming into the stream.
Yeah, no worries.
I appreciate it.
I was actually sitting there going, I wonder if I should jump in my game.
Yeah. Yeah, this is quite an addictive game. My wife doesn't see the appeal in it. She even asked to watch some of it, and I showed it to her, and she said, "What do you see in that?" It's just a good chill game. Nothing attacking you. I can sit and run my mouth to chat.
Yep. And like I said, like last night, it's a nice one. You can throw a movie on, turn the volume down on the game, and
away you go.
Yeah, away you go. Yeah.
Okay, there comes the crane. I hear it now. Somebody, and I'm not saying who, left a mess down here. Dave, it's not you, it's me. I'll be perfectly honest.
Yeah, because I'm not up that high yet. I'm one deck below you.
Yeah. And I need to get down there and saw all those munitions out.
Yeah, I took the ones that were right on the edge out, just in case they were going to block this piece from coming out.
Yeah.
But I left the rest in there.
I'm going to have to get down in there and cut that. Until just looking. While I'm down here, I'll also saw a bunch of this other stuff. Yeah, Joro said his audio books are what he listens to when he games by himself.
Yeah, I do that too.
I just found out about the Gutenberg project, and they have free audio books.
Yep.
And I might have to check that out. I've been known to carry PDFs on my phone so I can read them when I'm traveling. However, I don't think my eyesight's good enough to swing that anymore. I developed floaters in both eyes over the past year, and boy, the changes. Whew.
Yeah.
gotta say, the first one freaked me out a good bit. It scared the living daylights out of me. I thought I was going blind.
Yep.
My best friend lost the eyesight in one eye because of diabetes, and knowing him was what got me off of my ass to get to the doctor and see what was going on.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you've got to. So audiobooks might be the go-to.
Yep. I know I did the monthly subscription with Audible for years. So I have a couple thousand audiobooks in my library that even not paying for it anymore, I still have access to. So it's
Yeah.
really nice. And to this day, I still go back, listen to a lot of them over again.
When I was in the military, I used to read just a crap load of military fiction.
Yep.
And
We all do.
yeah, and now I can't even think about picking it up.
Only stuff I will still read is Vietnam era. There's just something about the Vietnam era stuff that's just...
Yeah. I read Flight of the Old Dog, and Joshua Dazzell is my guy at the moment. I have never heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the Gulf War, I was reading a book by Harold Cole, and it was called Team Yankee. And the premise of the book was pretty much what we were sitting over there doing, and it was just like, oh, I'm insane. I need not be reading this book at this time. I mean, it was a little too realistic for me.
Yeah.
I didn't put it down, though, but I should have. Oh.
The one thing I never read, and I still refuse to, is EOD's books.
Yeah.
Like other EOD texts. It's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most true to life Vietnam book I ever read was called Once a Warrior King by David Donovan. David Donovan is a pen name. The guy really, I have written the author since that time and told him that I appreciated his books, and it was true to life. That one raised a hair on the back of my neck, but I couldn't put it down.
Yep.
Yeah, he talked about being a military assistance command.
Sorry.
That's all right. Leader in Vietnam. He got to live among the Vietnamese, and it was very wild.
Yeah.
Dave, just so you know, it's 18 minutes after 9 my time, which makes it 18 minutes after 10 your time.
Yep.
And we're probably going to be stopping right. Well, we could go on if we wanted to since Amp's not going, but I don't know that my backside can handle this seat much longer, but I really want to get the back end off of this ship.
Yeah, that's why I've been kind of focusing on just separating that one section of tile from the
Yeah.
back end of the ship.
Well, how about we'll get that and then we'll cut it. That way,
Yeah, sounds good.
we'll probably run a little bit long, but that's okay.
Yep.
Since I'm the one making the decisions here, sort of.
Yep.
Kind of. Oh, come on. And still didn't get it. You pain in the butt. Why are you being that way? Well, I should have. And now, let me see if I can hit that rivet. Yay! Oh, topless. Numbskull. Boy, don't put Dave with a hammer in his hand. He'll knock your ship flat. Oh. Foot. All right, let's see what's hanging on to this.
I bet this staircase.
Yeah, and I would tend to agree with you. Okay, that's one side. And that's the other. That went quicker than I thought. I think now that we've got the back side of the ship off, I'm going to go through and pick up and cut everything I can see. Come on.
everything disconnected.
Might be a floor or two. No, not that I'm seeing. Let me do some light housework here.
Yeah.
Dave, did you happen to be in the chat when I said about my coffee pot catastrophe this morning?
No.
Well, let me tell you. My wife didn't put the craft in the coffee pot last night.
Yep.
I
Okay.
turned it on in the dark.
Oh,
And
no.
the basket that holds the filter caught about 90% of the water. And I walked in to get her a cup of coffee and went, oh, no. And there really wasn't water all over the floor, but I could see a few grounds around everything on the counter. And I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. It was not good. I went and woke her up. I said, your coffee's going to be late. I said, we screwed that up. Just happened to walk into the kitchen in the dark and turn it on and didn't even notice the craft wasn't there. That side is still attached with something all the way down it, but this other side, I'm fixing to get it.
Yeah, you gotta go back another plate at least.
Yeah, this one here is also showing red, so.
Yeah.
Come on, how do I get out of here? Well, foot. Yeah, it was a pretty big mess.
I did that once myself.
Oh.
I made that mistake. Yep.
Yeah, I've made cups and forgot to put the cup under there, which is absent-minded and dumb and.
Yeah, I remember one day, I went over to my coffee machine, started it up, and I'm standing there still drinking out of my cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind is a terrible thing to waste. I just hate it when I do stuff like that.
Yep.
We're going to have to move the truck. Because I moved it when I thought we were going to have the big earth-shattering kaboom. And then nothing really happened. But going to have to... Oh, there's pallets and such. Lovely. Boy, that hang when this thing saves is... Oof.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think my
I thought it was my
computer's...
game, but
No. Yeah, I thought my computer was glitching. And being an old computer guy, that really gives me the heebie-jeebies when my computer acts up.
yep.
Now, where is the next big rivet at? Oh, crane's on the move.
Yep. Got the top of the wall on one side off.
Yeah, pick up anything that ain't nailed down. Okay, I know what's causing that. Let me get off of that and go here. I just came upon a rivet that was still a rivet, but it's only holding on one side of the ship. Those make me a little ill.
Yeah, that's basically what I had run into last night for mine, where I ended up having to buy explosives to deal with it. Because it was hidden in an indestructible bulkhead. Wasn't holding a plate anymore.
Yeah, king rivet is what Joro calls them. One rivet to rule them all.
Yep.
jump off of here and see if that one will come off. No. Oh, it's got a gun on top of it. Okay, I see why it won't come off.
Which one?
The one.
Yeah, and then to get the gun off, you have to take back the top deck a little further.
Yeah. And I don't have a rope that'll reach all the way there. Lovely.
Yeah, you sort of have to rope parkour it.
Yep. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Ah. Yeah, Dave, Icy had a ship the other day. She said she broke the top floor on a deck about 200 squares worth. So after that, her game lagged terrible.
Yep. Yeah, I've had that.
That won't come up. We're having this week. Starting to make me want to plant some vegetables. Yeah, don't do it yet. We're having fall spring here too. Tree in my front yard is actually got sprouts on it. And every tree in central Texas is going to be confused because it's supposed to go back down in more fall-like or more winter-like temperatures. So, yeah, we were out walking in it yesterday, 80 degrees. It's supposed to be 79 here today. After I get this gun off, we're going to have to clean some stuff up or we're going to be lagging. Yep. If I drop that on you, Dave, I apologize.
Nope. Nope. All good.
Oh, and it's still telling me I can't reach that because of this. Ugh, and you got to go all the way back. What a pain. What is that? Shut up and get to knocking rivets. Guess I better go in some of these places and pick a bunch of stuff up. I know we will have another cold snap. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the cold was killing me. I was just finally getting used to it. And then all of a sudden here we are back to 80 degrees, sweating ourselves to death. Our dog don't know what to do. He was not happy yesterday while we were walking. And on up I go. Hold it. One more run through here because there's got to be stuff to pick up. And I was right. Well, that was well timed. I'm using explosives on a couple of doors.
Okay.
That's pretty decent. None of this has any roof on it, so this is the top floor. Okie dokie. Oh. Oh, I'm not hitting rivets, but I should have been.
That wasn't regular.
Sure is a lot of hammer swinging in this game. Yes, there is. A whole bunch. There was going to be some coffee drinking, but nope, I'm out. Like building and exploring, yeah. Cup's empty, but more in the pot. No, I think I think my coffee pot is out. Randy still has some in it, but and that would do in a pinch, but I would have to be pinching hard. Regular coffee just wrecks me. Ugh. I wished it didn't, but it is what it is. Oh, you dummy, the truck's not out there because you're an idiot. I think I just got this one because it went pop. And if I did, oh, see, you were already on the ground.
Yeah, it's winchable now.
Darn near pulled it over on me.
Yeah. Now that casement gun can go.
All right, and I'll get that other thing once the casement gun goes. Dang, mate, Dave, we've made good progress.
Yeah.
However, I've got the slowest crane, so smoke 'em
Yeah.
if you got 'em.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Okay. Well, John, I am going to have to
Yep,
leave of helping you destroy your ship.
and that is 100% okay. Oh, I'm still not. Darn it. That
What
one's.
is still holding that ship?
Yeah, I'm with you. What in the world? Oh, there it went.
There it went.
Hey, Dave, I appreciate the help.
Yeah, no worries.
That was fun.
Yep.
And I can't save until I get through craning anyway.
But definitely open the ship up.
Definitely. Let me see if I can get any closer over here. But probably can't because that. Yeah, this side has got a lot more to go.
Yeah.
That's all right. Maybe that'll be the next go round.
Yep.
I might mess around here for a few more minutes.
Okay, well, I shall take leave of you and wish everyone watching the stream a good day. I have to get going. It's go visit Mom at the hospital. So.
I hope your mom is doing better.
It's progressing. Let's just.
Okay, I understand.
The tumor has come back. We're at that phase. So.
Have the best day you can have.
Yes. Yeah.
And thank you. It was, like I said, tons of fun.
Yep. Well, thank you for the invite, and yeah.
You are always invited.
Yep. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day, and enjoy destroying your ship.
All right. See ya.
Yeah.
I can see that I'm going to have to clean up. Oh yeah, lots of debris. However, we accomplished a metric ton. Get that off so it quits blazing in my ear. Joro, have a good one. Thank you for dropping by. I hope your headache is better. I hate headaches. I really do. They do me no good. Or anybody for that matter. Still crap, but hey, yeah. Yeah, do the best you can with what you got to work with. Okay. Your truck still isn't parked off the side of the boat, Johnny. And there ain't none of that out there. Can I get that? Will it let me? No. Oh, it's not going to do a thing. Okay. I am okay with it. Let me go farther below this. See if there's anything else holding on to all that. And there very well might be. Gonna have to watch myself. Come on. All the way to the ground. Ah, yes. More rivets. Well, that was rude. That's cut. That's cut. This is not. And I get the feeling that that still ain't going to be ready. Yep, because I got to take that off first. Okay. Well, let me get out of this. Save the game. All right, I think that's where I'm going to leave it because my backside's had enough of this chair. I'm going to have to get the pillow out. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for allowing me to go a little longer since Amp wasn't streaming, and I'll be back for sure on Thursday. And if I get a wild hair in my backside, might be tomorrow. Don't know. To be determined. See you all later. Bye-bye.